As we move into the new year and many of our clients are getting their 2016 OSHA 300 logs all put together, to close that chapter, I wanted to provide a quick resource to assist you in understanding the differences between a first aid incident and an actual OSHA recordable incident. This is important because you don't want to over-report, and you surely don't want to under-report and find yourself in a record-keeping battle where OSHA thinks you're trying to hide incidences. My goal is to make this simple, but also provide answers to common gray areas where companies might think something is first aid and it's recordable, and then vice versa. So, how does OSHA define first aid? Let's get into it. First off, using a non-prescription medication at non-prescription strength is first aid. For distinction purposes, I want to clear up a gray area on this. For medications available in both prescription and non-prescription forms, such as ibuprofen, a recommendation by a physician or other licensed healthcare professional to use a non-prescription medication at prescription strength is considered medical treatment for record-keeping purposes. So that is an important distinction. Now, regarding immunizations, administering tetanus immunizations is considered to be first aid. For reasons I'm not completely sure of and distinctions I don't fully understand, other immunizations such as hepatitis B vaccine or rabies vaccinations are considered medical treatment. Okay? Now, cleaning, flushing, or soaking wounds on the surface of the skin, first aid. Using wound coverings such as bandages, band-aids, gauze pads, etc., or appropriately using butterfly bandages or steri-strips is first aid. However, if you're using those, particularly steri-strips or butterfly bandages, on a wound that likely requires stitches or staples, you're simply trying to cut corners and you're not recording accurately. Other wound closing devices such as sutures, staples, etc. are considered to be medical treatment. Now, using hot or cold therapy, first aid. Using any non-rigid means of support such as elastic bandages, wraps, non-rigid back belts, etc. That's all first aid. Devices with rigid stays or other systems designed to immobilize parts of the body after treatment are considered to be medical treatment for record-keeping purposes. Now, we do have clients that will allow their employees to use hand splints as a means of PPE to protect against repetitive motion disorders where employees are using their hands all day in certain job functions. That's PPE and not treatment, so that too is not a recordable type of incident. It's not an incident at all, it's just PPE. Now, using temporary mobilization devices while transporting an accident victim, splints, slings, neck collars, backboards, etc. That's considered first aid because it is a precautionary type measure. It's not exactly treatment. Drilling of a fingernail or toenail to relieve pressure or draining fluid from a blister, first aid. Using eye patches, first aid. Unless, of course, it's a Halloween costume. In that case, it's also perfectly okay. Now, removing foreign bodies from the eye using only irrigation or a cotton swab is first aid. Here's the distinction. Removing splinters or foreign material from areas other than the eye, so anything but the eye, by irrigation, tweezers, cotton swabs, or other simple means, that's first aid. If you start getting into the eye, it's not first aid. Using finger guards, first aid. Finally, using massages as a means to help with some ailments, that's first aid. The distinction is physical therapy or chiropractic care are considered medical treatment for record-keeping purposes. As with any of these videos, please feel free to reach out to us at info@summitsafetygroup.com or just discuss any detailed scenarios you might have with your consultant. Hey, I may not know you, but I care about you. I'm Jake Wolfenden with Summit Safety Group. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday.